Hey friends and neighbors, it's Chuck at Sheridan Park Farms. Welcome back to the farm. It's another beautiful day here in Western North Carolina, and I have some friends that have called me out on Western North Carolina. Well boys, let me tell y'all, I'm one county away from the state of Tennessee. I'm in Western North Carolina. I'm not in the far southwest, down in the boonies next to Georgia where you boys are at. But we're still Western North Carolina. If you're from North Carolina and you're west of I-77, you're from Western North Carolina. But anyway, that's enough for the geography lesson. Son and I've got some work to do today. We're gonna go feed the cows. We're gonna take them a little bit of hay, and we've got some trees, actually some logs that are up in the pasture, up in the woods above the pasture, behind our, there's a helicopter going over, up behind our chicken processing that blew down during Helene, and we need to go get those and get those picked up and bring them down here to the sawmill. And we've got a project for a customer, and we're gonna see if we can get to work on that a little bit today. So hang out with us for a little bit. Let's get the tractor out. We'll go run the sawmill, may get the excavator. I don't know what all we're gonna do, but hang out with us for a little bit. Let's get some work done.
Gets them all excited.
They like it, don't they?
They like playing with that bell as it goes down the hill.
Yeah. And it kind of unrolls it for you.
Well, it didn't unroll this time as good as it usually does.
Yeah, well, it's all right. Well, I guess somewhere along the way we need to explain what we're doing. So this is a couple of red oak logs from some trees that fell up here in this pasture, and we're up above the chicken processing building. That, well, pasture. It's not really a pasture, is it? It's above a pasture. We're in the woods. But anyway, a couple of red oak.
Take two.
No, we're gonna power through. A couple of red oak trees that fell back during Hurricane Helene, and I came up, worked on this, cleaned it up. There's still plenty to do, but there were three. Y'all saw I just took one down to the sawmill. There were three. So I've got two of them left. These are both a little bit bigger. This one is 12 foot. It's about 20, 22 inches at the big end. This one here, 12 foot, maybe just a little bit smaller, not by a whole lot. So I brought equipment with me to skid these out, but that first one we were able to carry it out without any problem. I'm gonna see, what do you think? I don't think I can carry this one out. This one's gonna be pretty
I don't think I would
heavy.
carry this one out the way you did that first.
Because we got to get so high over the gate and all down there, and it just gets kind of, I'm afraid this much weight will get tippy. So I think what we'll do, we'll probably carry it down here in the field, and then we'll hook onto it with the chains and we'll skid it down the bank just to be safe. I don't think that's a safer way to do it. I think that's a safer way to do it.
Probably both of them.
Yeah, I did not bring the excavator up because it's so slow in moving. It just creeps along, and that's why I brought the tractor. The tractor's strong enough to do it. We've just got to be kind of strategic about how we're planning everything. So let's get this one picked up. We'll take it down closer to the gate. I think we'll probably come out and get the other one, take it down closer to the gate, and then we'll skid them down the hill. Does that sound like a plan? Think that'll work? Okay, let's get after this.
And Sophie, don't be falling out of the buggy anymore.
Sophie fell out of the buggy a few
She
minutes.
squirted right out a few minutes ago.
There you go.
Watch out! What the?
My mama may be watching this.
What the heck?
And my grandma. Let's see here.
Don't be on the low side of that and try
Well,
to roll it.
listen, there's going to be enough comments on this video about the way I'm doing stuff. I don't know that I need you contributing to their delinquency at this stage of the game.
Yeah, let's see if this thing ends up down there in the cow barn.
I don't think it will. I hope it don't. Looky there.
Maybe this upper one is rolling. Just really slowly.
I hear it. I'll see if I can get another link out of that thing. Oh, shit. I can't. It's all I got. Right there. All right. I don't think that's gonna work, do you?
No.
Well, that worked pretty good.
That wasn't bad at all.
Huh?
That wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, that worked pretty good. I need that peavy.
Just pull out.
That worked pretty good, didn't it?
Yep.
I think the trick with this is don't get in a hurry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really do. I think that's the trick with this is just don't get in a hurry. You get in a hurry and people get hurt. About get hit with excavators. It's a whole thing. Are you recording?
Yeah.
Whether or not. Is that right?
Looks good.
You know, they make these cone things that you can put around the tops of them so that it don't dig like that.
Well, we do this so often.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. I don't do this often enough to justify something like that, but they do make them.
That's the accountant coming out in me. Stay there.
All right, we're back from getting a little snack, and part of what I'm doing here today is we've got a project for a neighbor who wants a mantle for their fireplace. And when I went to the house to get a snack, I texted the guy and he called me back about exactly what size he wanted. And it needs to be 5 inches tall by 28-ish. It could be 26, 27, but around 28 inches wide and then 6 feet long. Well, the problem that I've got is there's not enough in this. That thing's only 20 inches wide. So, and it's the biggest one, 1,480 some pounds, 1,480 some pounds, by the way. So we're gonna pick these up. We're gonna take them out here in the log yard. I've got a couple of big red oak out there I think may work. If not, I do have a white oak. That's a monster that I know will work if it's long enough. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at. Let's get these moved out of the way. Sondra's she's got the excavator started. She's gonna bring it down here, and we'll find us something out here that we can make this mantle out of. But unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be in either one of these. All right, I told him the conundrum that I have, finding something big enough. Let's go over here, bring your camera over here and let's look and see if one of these will work. It would have to be this one here, I think. "24" and that, you know, that was the original size, and that was going to be the minimum. That'll do it. I don't know. That's going to be the question. It's gonna be long enough. I mean, even so, this is the butt cut off of that one, and right there's 7 feet. They needed 6, so that would give them. I mean, you know, it gives you. So there's a foot, and so there's about 16 inches to play with. I don't have any other need for anything white oak other than, I mean, in these. So this is pecan, but it's not mine. That's pecan, it's not mine, but it's not big enough. And that white oak over there, look at all the knots on that. That'd be awful. Let's try this. Man, that's gonna be, that's big. It's big, Andy, it's big. Down here on the butt end, at the widest, 36 inches. I don't know how wide we can cut with that mill.
That's what I was starting to say. You're gonna have to be careful.
We're gonna have to shave this thing down. We're gonna have to shave this thing down. Okay, all right, well. I always enjoy a good challenge. I'm gonna move this pecan here right quick. How much have I got off the ground in the back?
Not much. Curl it up. Set your blade down. Alright. Curl it up. As far as you can get it. Alright, now tuck it in. Bring it in too. Don't get it. There you go. Come on in. Come on. Keep coming. Now down. See if you can curl it in anymore. What I'm thinking is if you can get it as tucked into the cab as you can, and then raise your blade up, that's
Yeah.
gonna be the best.
Yeah. I mean, I'm off the ground there.
Raise your blade up a little, let's see what happens.
Oh, I know what's gonna happen.
Don't tip over.
It's just gonna lean me forward. It won't tip over. That's pretty good right there.
There you go. I think you can move it.
That's pretty good. All right, you and everybody else get out of the way. This is actually pretty comfortable. It's not bad at all. I'm really excited to cut it, to be honest with you. So you want to go down with that. And we need to come up with these. Let's see what it'll do.
Ooh,
Boy,
making her grunt.
she's a groaning. We get her past that tipping point, and we're in business. Now what do we do? All right, hang on. I don't want to, actually this is good because I don't want to roll it too fast. That's good. That's all you're gonna get out of it. Back out, let's see what it does. Okay, back out. All right, y'all, so what this is a white oak monster. And I have never cut anything this big. And I don't know, what to do with my tape measure? You got it? There it is. I don't know if we're gonna fit this thing through. Typically what we would do is we would start carving it down, but it's just so, I mean, we might be able to get up here. It's 24. We might be able to get up here and carve a little off of it. I don't know. This is a challenge. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bite at a time. You don't have a microphone on. So this came from a tree service, and it came from our neighbor out the road here a little bit, a couple of years ago. I guess it's been here 2 years now. A couple of years ago, he cut this down to build a barn, and I don't know, I was just looking at that. I was thinking, man, it'd take forever to count the growth rings on this thing. But we're gonna see what we can do with it. We're gonna see if we can turn this into a mantle. And man alive, that's a beast, ain't it? It is pretty. All right, let's, I've got a fairly new blade on. We'll try it for a little while, and then we may switch over and put another blade on it. But let's see what we can do with it and see what's gonna happen. This is gonna be interesting. Not gonna fit? What are we hitting? Daggone. Good gracious. Amateur air. Well, there's 2 blades in the past week that I've had to cut out of that thing. All right, we're stuck again. We thought we had clearance, but obviously we did not. see if I can get y'all in here where you can see it. Yeah, right there. Right there. I mean, we are less than an inch, and it just hit this little hump. Once I can get past that, I've got to where I cut off some with the chainsaw. So Sandra went to get a little side cutter tool. We're gonna see if we can trim that off and get back at it. We done broke one blade, and we've carved on it with the this is, look at that, y'all, ain't that awful? Carved on it with the chainsaw, cutting some hump out of it. And right there, look at that, gosh almighty. That right there is all she lacked. Man, that's close, wasn't it? Close, close, close. All right, those of you that have run a sawmill know exactly what all that right there means. We got the blade stuck again. So I made a handful of mistakes on this thing that in retrospect, I could have done better. That probably would have saved me a ton of aggravation. One, I could have turned this thing around and had the larger end on the operator side, so that I think that would have made it a little bit easier. Another thing I could have done, and I thought about doing it on this log before I ever brought it in here today, is I could have taken the chainsaw and I could have split this thing and ripped it in half. And I think that might have that might have made a little bit of difference. But you got it up here, and you know, you're kind of working it, and it's sort of, you know, opportunity missed. But I've had every tool known to man out here today. I've had my chainsaw out here. I've had one of these little old side cutter things. I just got this from Harbor Freight the other day. One of these little deals right here. That's pretty handy. I ended up with some of my timber framing tools out here. I was using chisels. I used my my angle grinder with a cutoff wheel on it to cut a blade. Ended up having to cut a blade. So there's what's left of that. But so it's been a little bit of a trial, but learned some lessons on this thing, and you know, we'll come back tomorrow and we'll try it again. But overall, you know, Sandra and I have had a good day. We spent the day together working out here, working at the sawmill out in God's creation. So overall it's been a real good day, and we've been blessed. So I think we're gonna fix a little bit of supper. So I'm gonna go to the house and get something to eat. Like we always say, please keep us in your prayers. May God bless you and your families. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks.